Hello students, today we will solve some system of equation by matrix method. This method is also called as Martin's rule. As you can see in board, we have two equations, 2x minus 3y equals to 1, 3x minus 2y equals to 4. Okay, we have to solve these two equations and we have to get the value of x and y. Like if there are three equations, alright, like here we have equation number 1 and equation number 2. If there are three equations, then in that case we have to find three variables, that is x, y and z, right? In here we have to find only x and y. So we will write let matrix A equals to, so in a matrix A we will be writing the coefficient of x and y, right? So here 2, 3, we have minus 3 and minus 2, right? So the coefficient of x and y are the matrix A, and we will consider x. So what are the variables here? There is only x and y here, and this one we will consider it as b, that is 1 and 4. Okay, so first we will write this matrix A, x and b by doing the question. After that we need to use the formula ax equals to b. This is the formula, or x can be written as, if a go that side, then it will become a inverse b, right? So we have to get the value of x and y. That's why I am writing x in the left hand side of the equals to sign, and a minus b. So matrix A is given. From here we have to calculate the a inverse, right? And we will multiply whatever answer we are getting for inverse of matrix A with matrix B. So the resulting answer will be our x and y, right? So to find A inverse, we need to find here mod of A first to check whether A inverse exists or not. So 2 into minus 2 minus of 3 into minus 3. So value of this matrix minus 4 minus minus plus 9 minus 4 is 5. Therefore mod A is not a singular matrix. A inverse exists. So mod A we got, so we can easily find the unique values of this. So cofactor of A we will be finding here now. Now cofactor of A, lastly I told you how to find the cofactor for element 2. If you are finding the cofactor for 2, then you will be hiding corresponding column and corresponding row. So you will be getting here minus 2. Similarly for minus 3, if you hide column and row, you will get here 3. For 3, if you hide corresponding row and column, you will get here minus 3. And minus 2 if you hide, then you will get here 2. But you see what is the position of this? A11, 1 plus 1, 2. 2 is an even number, so sign will be unchanged. This is 1, 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 is an odd number, so if it is positive, then it will become negative. Similarly, this is 2, 1. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 is an odd number, so minus minus plus. And here 2 plus 2, 4. 4 is an even number, so sign will not change. Right? Sign will not change means do not write here minus. So whatever sign it was there previously it was 2, so it will remain as 2. So after getting the cofactor, we will find its adjoint A. Adjoint A means cofactor transpose. So cofactor is this one. If we do transpose, then diagonal elements will remain same. Here we will get 3 and minus 3 will exchange their places. So adjoint A also we got. Now what will be our A inverse then? Adjoint A divided by dead A. Okay, so adjoint A divided by dead A. So A inverse will be, adjoint A is our, so 1 by 5 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 2. So this is our A inverse. Now we will substitute this A inverse in equation number 1. Let us consider this is equation number 1. So substituting A inverse in equation 1. So if I substitute A inverse in equation 1, then I will get x equals to 1 by 5 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 2. And here I will substitute B. What was our B? 1 and 4. Now we'll multiply these two matrices. So row column multiplication, x equals to 1 by 5 as it is. Now when you multiply minus 2 into 1, minus 2 plus 3 into 4, 12. Right? Similarly minus 3 into 1, minus 3 plus 2 for the 8. So what we will get here? 5, 12 minus 2 that is 10, 8 minus 3 that is 5. Right? So 1 by 5 when you multiply with 10, we will get 2. 1 by 5 when you multiply by 5, 5 and 5 will get cancelled, we will get 1. So right hand side we got 2 and 1, and left hand side is x. X means x and y. So therefore the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 1. Right? So solving equation by this matrix method, by Martin's rule, we have to use the formula Ax equals to b and x equals to A inverse b. Whatever matrix, whatever coefficient you get for x and y, you will substitute in matrix A. X means the variable x and y, and b means your right hand side, whatever constant part is there, that comes under b. So x equals to A inverse b. Find inverse of a given matrix, the matrix which you have formed down. So after, as soon as you get the matrix A, inverse of A matrix, you multiply it with b. So the result will be a required answer. While solving this Martin's method, we have to see this. We have to calculate Ax equals to b, right? We have to use this formula. So in order to find this inverse of matrix A, because the next step is our x is equal to A inverse b. To find A inverse, we have to get the magnitude of A. Now, if magnitude of A, like previous question, if it is not equals to 0, then we can say that A is non-singular matrix. Then it has a unique solution. Means we can get the value of x, y unique. Okay, like single values we can get. We will get the value of x and y. Right? That is also one value for x and one value for y. So we have to use this formula. But in case if the magnitude of or the modulus of A is 0, then we say that A is singular matrix. Then we will be writing there no solution or infinite solution or infinite number of solutions, right? So when it will be unique solution, when mod A is not equals to 0, when it will be infinite number of solutions, when mod A equals to 0. If it is singular, then infinite solution or no solution. Now, how to solve further? If it is equals to 0, then what will be our next step? So, in the next step, we have to find adjoint A and B. We have to find the adjoint of that given matrix A, and we have to multiply with B. Right? If I consider here A1 x A2 or B2 y equals to C1, A2 x B2y equals to C2. If this was the equation, like that two equation is given like in the previous question. So if this type of equation is given, so we will find its adjoint A first. So what will be our A here? That is A1, B1, A2, B2. Right? From this equation I made the matrix A. Then what will be our x? Our x will be x and y. Then what will be our B from this equation? That is C1 and C2. Right? So from here, after getting A, x and B, we can easily find adjoint of A from this here. Like elements will be given, the numbers will be given here. So we will find adjoint of A, and B is also given here. Then we will multiply these two. After multiplication, if it is not equals to 0, then we call it as no solution or inconsistent. Okay. So in the question, it will be asked that check whether it is consistent or inconsistent. That means first, if you get the value of A equals to 0 here, then you will find adjoint A, B. Now after that, if you are getting not equals to 0, then you can easily write here that it is no solution or inconsistent. But if the multiplication is the product of adjoint A and B, if you are getting 0, then it will be infinitely many solutions. Right? So these are the conditions. So this side you have to remember. Okay, generally the questions, it comes from not equals to 0 only. Right? So here the syllabus has been further reduced. So here also in the syllabus, if you see, only for the real values it is written. So maximum chances for this, right? So not equals to 0, so x equals to A inverse B. So in this question we have to find the value of x, y and z. Okay, so these are the three equations given in the question. Equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3, right? as three equations are given, you see we have to make the matrix A, X and B. So matrix A, see I have taken the coefficient of X is 1, Y is minus 1 and Z is 1, right? So what will be the coefficient of equation number 2? Here X is number 2, Y is minus 1, Z is not there, so that's why I have taken 0. Similarly here X is missing here, so in place of X I have taken 0, in place of Y I have taken 2 and Z minus 1. So what will be our X? X is X, Y and Z, right? X, Y and Z, and B is 2, 0, 1. So we have framed this one as A, X and B. After framing here, we will be finding the value of A to see whether it is a singular matrix or it is non-singular matrix. So I have expanded along row 1. After getting the value of A, we got here 3, right? So 3 is not equals to 0, therefore modulus A is not equals to 0, it is a non-singular matrix, and we can say that A inverse exists. So there is a unique solution, right? So after checking whether A is singular or non-singular, we will be finding for cofactor of A. For cofactor of A means we have to find for each and every element cofactors, right? A11, A12, A13, A21, so all the elements, so as there are 9 elements are there in this matrix 3 cross 3, so we will be making 9 blocks, okay? So if you haven't understood this one, you refer my previous video, so it will be clear, right? So for each and every element you have to make blocks, and for one, suppose this element, for one you are making this block, then for this element you will hide corresponding column and row, you will get -1, 0, 2, -1, right? Now for second element, for -1 if you are making, then corresponding column and row 2, 0, 0, -1, 2, 0, 0, -1, right? Now for each and every block, plus, minus, plus, alternately you have to write plus, minus, plus, such that it will start with plus and end with plus here. You see plus, then again minus, minus, plus, minus, again with plus. So alternately you have to write plus, minus outside the block. Then you will solve this one, -1 into -1, that is 1 by formula minus 2 into 0, 0, that is 1 minus 0. So 1 minus 0 is what? 1. Similarly, you solve for each and every block, you will get this, right? Now here you see we got here adjoint of A, so after solving these are the answers. But when you are finding adjoint of A, we have seen that cofactor transpose. So this is cofactor. Now I will transpose it, that means row I will change into column, column I will change into row. So once I have transposed it, this became adjoint A. Okay. So after finding adjoint A, we need to find here A inverse. The formula was adjoint A by det A, right? So det A we have got here value 3. This one we have solved it, we got the value as 3 here. Now adjoint A also we got. So what will be our A inverse? Our A inverse will be 1 by 3 adjoint A, that is 1, 1, 1, 2 minus 1, 2 and 4 minus 2, 1. So this is our adjoint A, right? So formula was X is equal to A inverse B. So in place of A inverse I will substitute 1 by 3, 1, 1, 1, 2 minus 1, 2, 4 minus 2, 1. And in case of B we have 2, 0, 1, right? 2, 0, 1. So this was in the question. So A inverse I have substituted, in place of B I will substitute 2, 0, 1. Now row and column multiplication. So outside is 1 by 3, 1 into 2, 2 plus 1 into 0, 0 plus 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 2, 4 plus minus 1 into 0, 0, 2 into 1, 2, 4 to the 8 plus minus 2 into 0, 0 plus 1 into 1, 1. So what will be our answer? 1 by 3. Here we have 3, here we have 6 and here we have 9. So when you multiply 1 by 3 with each and every element, so what we will get here? We will get here 1, we will get here 2 and we will get here 3, right? So in left hand side what we have? X, Y, Z, because I have substituted X as X, Y, Z. So the value of X is 1, value of Y is 2 and value of z is 3 by equality of matrix, right? So in that position whatever answer we are getting here for x y z, this is our required answer, right? So these are the few questions from this exercise. You need to solve for the linear equations, right, and solve maximum questions for the unique values. If you have three questions in this form like 2 by x, 3 by y, 10 by z, then you have to take some assumption. You have to take let 1 by x as u, 1 by y as v, and 1 by z as w, right? So this equation can be rewritten as 2u plus 3v plus 10w equals to 4, right? Similarly here 2u, so u write properly here, otherwise it will look like 4. Similarly 4 by x, that means 4u plus 6v plus 5w equals to 1, and here 6u plus 9v minus 20w equals to 2, right? Now we will find the matrix for A, that will be 2 3 10, 2 3 10, 4 6 5, and 6 9 minus 20, right? And what will be our x then? Our x will be u v w, and our b will be here 4 1 2. So same method, x is equal to a inverse b. After getting the value of modulus of a, if it is not equals to 0, then it is a non-singular matrix, that you will find its adjoint a, then inverse, then multiply with b, right? Whatever answer you are getting, that is your u v w. Like for example, if you are getting an answer 3 4 5, okay, so this is not the answer, just I have taken an assumption. Suppose you are getting 3 4 5, but what is our u? Our u is 1 by x. So at last we have to write 1 by x equals to u, you got 3, that means x equals to 1 by 3, right? Similarly, your v is 4, then your y will be 1 by 4. Your w is 5, then your z will be 1 by 5.